Elizabeth Jennings was born in New York City in 1827. She was the middle of 3 children born to Thomas and Elizabeth. Her father, Thomas, was born free and became a successful tailor and an influential member of New York's black community. Thomas found that many of his clients were unhappy with the results of common cleaning methods on their clothing. He tested various solutions on different fabrics, and in 1820 filed for and was granted a patent on his new dry scouring method. He's now considered to be the father of dry cleaning. He spent the first money he earned from his patent on legal fees to free his family from enslavement. After his family was freed, he would spend most of his income helping others to escape enslavement. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any portraits of his wife, Elizabeth. She too was a prominent member in her local community and worked with the Ladies' Literary Society of New York to promote education and self-improvement through community activities, reading, and discussion. Now back to their daughter, Elizabeth. She was well educated and taught in both private and public schools. She was also a talented church organist. But the event that would shape the lawsuit she was most known for, Jennings versus Third Avenue Railroad, occurred on July 16, 1854. Here's what the New York Tribune said. She got upon one of the company's cars last summer, on the Sabbath, to ride to church. The conductor undertook to get her off, first alleging the car was full. When that was shown to be false, he pretended the other passengers were displeased at her presence. But she insisted on her rights. He took hold of her by force to expel her. She resisted. The conductor got her down on the platform, jammed her bonnet, soiled her dress, and injured her person. Quite a crowd gathered, but she effectually resisted. Finally, after the car had gone on further, with the aid of a policeman, they succeeded in removing her. The incident sparked an organized movement to end racial discrimination on streetcars. The story was publicized in Frederick Douglass's newspaper and received national attention. Elizabeth's father filed the lawsuit mentioned earlier in her behalf, and in 1855, the court ruled in her favor. She was granted the equivalent of about $8,000 in damages, and the next day, the Third Avenue Railroad Company ordered their cars to be desegregated. This event led to other cases, and a decade later, New York's public transit systems were fully desegregated. Later, Elizabeth married Charles Graham, and they had one son, Thomas. Thomas tragically died, likely of epilepsy, at only 1 year old. Charles, too, died tragically young, only 7 years after they wed. She never remarried, and would go on to found the city's first kindergarten for black children in her home. She died in 1901 at age 74.